Well, it'd probably tell some good and bad tales. It probably tells some of them bad tales of throwing wrenches or kicking it or, maybe saying a few choice words. My name's Ronald Eden. Most everybody knows me as Dookie. I started farming about 81, raising tobacco when I was still in school. Fortunate enough that gentleman had trust in me to, kind of ease into farming a little more. Started this farm probably with a little red belly Ford tractor and a 6-foot disc and a 1-row tobacco setter. I guess that's where I started, and to grow it into what it is today. So there is some pride in the growth and the ability to be able to farm and tend to other people's farms and trust the landlords. And we are here now as a retirement, I guess. Not the easiest decision to make in the world, but it comes to a financial decision.
For Ron Eden, farming wasn't just a career. It was something that got into his blood long before he ever owned a single acre.
The memories are something that you'll keep forever. My grandfather was an early riser, and he'd have tobacco plowed sometimes before I'd get here. He'd get up before daylight and be gone, but he'd go in early, and I'd still be late at night, and I remember he used to tell me, he said, "You're gonna sleep all day?" I said, "No, I worked late last night." He said, "You can sleep when you did," So all them phrases along the way that you remember from the older people that taught you a lot of things. They went through depressions and hard times. They had it harder than we had it today. You got to learn from it if you listen, But hard work, still manual work, respect others. But the main thing I guess I want them to take away is that it's not necessarily I sacrificed, but I downsized this to enjoy being in the bleachers and watching them play ball. That's probably the biggest takeaway. I hope they realize that I've done this to watch them for the next several years play sports and know I was there.
Stepping back doesn't mean letting go. For Ron, the land itself still holds something that's hard to put into words.
But the love for farming, it's not just a job, it's the love of watching a seed start out small and see what you can make it the best it could be as maturity and grow, and see the sun go up, see the sun go down, recognize nature, recognize God's work. And at farmers, we get to see things that a lot of people don't recognize, And we still take it for granted, but it's pretty at night, seeing sunsets and stuff. And I think the boys realize that when they've been there with me. And sometimes they sleep in the back of the cab or whatever, but nobody else can paint a picture till you live it, till you see it. In the wintertime, we top dress wheat. A lot of times we're up at, 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning when our ground's froze. And just to see the light change as daylight, sun rises, and just a lot of times there's frost on the wheat and just the sparkles and just stuff that you can't imagine putting together till you see it for yourself.
After more than 4 decades of early mornings and late nights, Ron knew something had to give. He's not walking away from farming. He's walking towards something he decided matters more.
Me personally, my factor is enjoying my kids. Like I said earlier, just knowing that I'm in the stands, rooting them on, and that I can never get that back. But to know I'm there, we can get that back. I could never get that bleacher time back. When it's gone, it's gone. And so that was my number one thing is these boys, and watching them in their sports and knowing that I'm there. We enjoy the hunting and maybe get a little more fishing, golfing time now. We enjoy the hunting time because it's in our off time, winter months, And my boys really love to hunt and fish, and I don't want to miss that time. I hate to say we live once, but we enjoy each other once, and I want to enjoy them right now. Well, I guess I'd have to give a quote to a coach. He told me when I graduated school, he says, "Never look back because you'll stumble and fall and not see the future." And I remember it to this day. And it's got a lot of truth to it. So you can't always just reflect on what you did right or wrong. You got to see what's in front of you, and the future lies in front of you. You know, that's what you're living, is the future, not the past. The memories is the biggest key. The times I spent with my grandfather, and he told me a long time that something happened to him. He passed, you know, to make sure that I buried him in the morning time, and I went back to work, whatever I was doing. And I thought that was crazy, but we was right in the middle of wheat harvest. He passed on my birthday, and I thrashed wheat that evening. That's something I carry with me the rest of my life. I hope my boys will be able to enjoy some of them along the way with me, you know, too, and they can reflect something that would remember the rest of their life too, you know. So
They're pretty important to you, aren't they?
Probably the whole world, really.